Emma Raducanu just suffered one of the most heartbreaking losses in tennis. Down 5-2 in the deciding set at Eastbourne, she mounted an impossible comeback, broke her opponent 3 times when serving for the match, led in the tiebreak, then lost 4 straight points. But the real story isn't just about tennis. It's about mysterious bad news, Carlos Alcaraz dating rumors, and why the match stats prove she should have won. Today we're breaking down what's really happening with Emma Raducanu. Let's start with the tennis drama that just unfolded. Emma Raducanu versus Maya Joint at Eastbourne, a match that had everything. Raducanu takes the first set 6-4, gets completely blown away in the second set 1-6, then finds herself down 5-2 in the third. Most players would fold. Emma fought back like a champion, breaking Joint 3 times when she was serving for the match.
What Raducanu did in that third set was extraordinary from a mental perspective. To be down 5-2, facing elimination, and then break your opponent 3 consecutive times while they're serving for the match, that requires incredible mental fortitude. The fact that she almost pulled it off suggests this wasn't about tennis ability, but something else affecting her performance.
Here's where it gets interesting. The match stats prove Emma was actually playing better tennis. She hit 12 aces to Joint's 3, better first serve percentage, won more total points 113-102. She was literally the better player statistically, but lost the match. That tells you this wasn't about tennis, something else was going on.
Those stats are brutal to look at if you're Emma. When you're hitting 12 aces, serving 68% first serves, and winning more total points than your opponent, you should win that match 90% of the time. The fact that she didn't suggest she was fighting more than just Maya Joint on that court, something was clearly affecting her mentally.
And here's the key stat that killed her, breakpoint conversion. Joint converted 7 out of 10 breakpoints, 70%. Emma converted only 6 out of 14, just 43%. In pressure moments, when the match was on the line, something prevented Emma from closing. Add in 4 double faults compared to Joint's 1, and you see a player struggling in crucial moments despite dominating overall.
Breakpoint conversion is often the clearest indicator of mental state in tennis. When a player is serving well, hitting aces, and winning more points overall but can't convert breakpoints, that's usually psychological. Something was occupying mental space that should have been focused on tennis execution.
So what was affecting Emma? Let's rewind to Tuesday's first-round match. Emma beat Ann Lee in an emotional comeback, but after the match, she was in tears. When asked about her reaction, she said, "I received some pretty bad news, so I would like to keep it personal if that's okay." But it was difficult, very emotional at the end. She's still not revealed what that news was.
The tennis world is speculating about what that bad news could be. Personal family issues, injury concerns, or relationship problems, we don't know. But what we do know is that Emma explicitly said it was affecting her emotionally, and we saw that play out in both matches. She wasn't herself on court.
But here's where the timing gets really interesting. Just 2 days before this emotional week at Eastbourne, Emma addressed the internet's obsession with her and Carlos Alcaraz. When asked about the dating rumors that have been circulating for months, she said, "I'm glad the internet is having fun, and we're providing some entertainment for everyone."
The timing is fascinating. Tennis social media has been absolutely obsessed with the idea of Emma and Carlos as a couple. She watches his matches, they're playing mixed doubles at the US Open, both are single and the same age. The internet created this whole narrative, and Emma had to address it publicly just days before this emotional breakdown at Eastbourne.
Let's break down why the internet went crazy over these two. It started when Emma was spotted watching Carlos win Wimbledon last year. Then she was seen supporting him at Queen's Club this month. Social media noticed she requested the Spanish version of her name on her tennis bag. Fans started connecting dots that may not exist, but the speculation reached fever pitch.
For a young athlete, having to constantly address relationship rumors while dealing with personal issues and preparing for major tournaments creates enormous psychological pressure. Emma's been forced to discuss her personal life when she clearly wants to focus on tennis. That mental load can absolutely affect performance in pressure situations.
I feel so bad for Emma right now. She's dealing with whatever this bad news is, probably family or health related, and instead of getting support, she's having to answer questions about whether she's dating Carlos Alcaraz. The girl just wants to play tennis. Let her deal with her personal stuff in private.
Both Emma and Carlos have tried to shut down the rumors. Carlos said, "No, I am single," and dismissed speculation about Emma watching his matches. Emma clarified they're just friends and explained their US Open mixed doubles partnership is purely professional. But the internet doesn't seem to be listening.
The problem is that once these narratives take hold on social media, they become impossible to escape. Every interaction gets analyzed, every match attendance gets scrutinized. Emma can't even watch a tennis match without it becoming evidence of a relationship. That's exhausting for any 22-year-old, let alone one dealing with personal issues.
And the pressure is only increasing. Emma and Carlos are playing mixed doubles at the US Open in August, which has sent the internet into overdrive. Comments like "better love story than Twilight," and fans creating elaborate theories about their relationship timeline. Meanwhile, Emma's trying to prepare for Wimbledon, while dealing with whatever personal crisis caused those tears.
What we saw at Eastbourne was a player fighting multiple battles simultaneously. The tennis battle against Maya Joint, the personal battle with whatever bad news she received, and the ongoing battle with public speculation about her private life. That's an enormous mental load that would affect anyone's performance in crucial moments.
The heartbreaking part is that Emma's tennis level was incredible. 12 aces, 68% first serves, more total points won. She was outplaying her opponent. But when it came to break points and pressure moments, she couldn't convert. That's not about tennis ability, that's about mental and emotional state. Something was preventing her from closing.
The tennis world is worried about Emma right now. 2 emotional matches, mysterious bad news she won't discuss, constant relationship speculation, and now just 5 days to prepare mentally for Wimbledon, her home Grand Slam, where the pressure will be enormous. She needs space to sort out whatever's going on personally.
What's frustrating is that Emma's shown incredible mental strength. To come back from 5-2 down and break your opponent 3 times serving for the match, that's champion-level fight, but you can see something's weighing on her. The double faults in key moments, the breakpoint conversion struggles, classic signs of a player dealing with off-court issues.
Here's what makes this story so compelling. It's not just about tennis. It's about a young woman dealing with personal crisis while the entire internet speculates about her love life. It's about fighting back from impossible odds but falling just short. It's about statistics showing you should have won but somehow didn't. It's human drama played out on a tennis court.
Emma's Eastbourne experience perfectly illustrates how personal and professional lives intersect in professional sports. You can't compartmentalize completely. Whatever bad news she received clearly affected her ability to execute in pressure moments, despite her overall tennis level being excellent. Mind and body are connected.
As Emma heads to Wimbledon, she's carrying more than just tennis preparation. There's the mystery of what bad news affected her so deeply, the ongoing speculation about her personal life despite her clear denials, and the pressure of being British no. One at her home Grand Slam. But if those 12 aces and that impossible comeback attempt prove anything, it's that her tennis is still there.
Whatever Emma's going through personally, I hope she gets the space to deal with it. The Carlos Alcaraz thing is fun for fans to speculate about, but she's clearly stated they're just friends. Meanwhile, she's dealing with real personal issues and trying to prepare for the biggest tennis tournament in Britain. Give the girl some privacy.
The most impressive thing about Emma's week at Eastbourne wasn't the tennis, though hitting 12 aces while dealing with personal issues is remarkable. It was her honesty about struggling, her willingness to keep fighting despite being emotionally compromised, and her grace in handling questions about her private life. That's maturity beyond her years.
Emma Raducanu's heartbreaking loss at Eastbourne tells us more about her character than any victory could, fighting back from 5-2 down while dealing with personal crisis, hitting 12 aces and winning more points than her opponent but still losing, addressing relationship rumors with grace while clearly struggling emotionally. Sometimes the losses reveal more about a champion than the wins. Mystery bad news remains unsolved. The Carlos Alcaraz rumors continue despite both players' denials, and Wimbledon approaches with Emma carrying the weight of being British #1 while dealing with personal struggles. But if there's one thing this week proved, it's that Emma Raducanu's fighting spirit is unbreakable. She may have lost the match, but she won something more important: respect for how she handles adversity. Sometimes that matters more than any trophy.